Hi, everyone. Welcome to Grad Missions Office Hours. I'm Autumn.
Hey everybody, I'm Lizanne.
Hi, I'm Logan. All right, here's the deal. It is already September, which means that we are heavily moving into law season. Law applications, we're hoping, are well underway. So we thought we could do just a quick episode to talk about if you are applying to law school this cycle, what should you be doing right now?
Panicking. White knuckle, red hot panic. That's what you should be doing. No, not
Unless
really.
you're working with us.
Yeah.
We
And then
feel
we've already
confident
worried
there.
about it. You already submitted your applications. You're ahead of the game, gold star for you. That's right. If you have not applied to law school yet and you are wanting to start law school in the fall of 2026, it is time to get it in gear. I continue to meet with people who say, oh, yeah, I'm going to apply by Thanksgiving. I'm going to apply by winter break. I'm going to apply by the deadline in March. And I am just here to tell you, let me be the first, if you've not heard it yet, you will not be in law school fall of 2026. You just won't. At least not at the law school that you want to go to and not with the kind of scholarship offer that you could have. So, my number one tip to kick things off is to get your application together and submit it no later than the end of September. Your LSAT can come later. That's an external piece. Your transcripts, your LORs, all of those things can come later. Control the things you can by going ahead and submitting every element of your application that you can by the end of September.
Absolutely. And speaking of end of September, that is the registration deadline for the November LSAT. That's September 25th. You don't have to have your LSAT score to apply to law school. A lot of times people think, well, I have to wait until my score post in December. Again, you're not going to be into a school with a great scholarship offer that late. That's just how competitive this cycle is shaping up to be. So go ahead and register for that November LSAT and be studying, working with a prep course, things like that.
Absolutely. It's also time to start marinating on your personal statement. It is time to get off Reddit and looking at what everyone else has written and really think about why you are going to law school. And think about a time that sparked your interest to go to law school. Here's a quick hit. If you buy our personal statement workshop, we'll walk you through this, but a quick framework to think about your personal statement if you're feeling stuck. I used to think this way. Then I learned this, experienced this, had this thing happen to me. Now I think this way, and that's why I want to go to law school. If you take the admissions committee along with you on that journey, you set yourself up not just to show that you are willing to change your mind, but also that you are teachable. And that's what they're looking for. Your LSAT, GPA are going to show them that you're smart. A personal statement written in that framework also shows them that you're teachable. So if you're stuck on your personal statement, dig in there or make a strategy call with me and we can talk through your specific story.
Absolutely. And letters of recommendation. So speaking to your character, your academic rigor, again, we're creating this beautiful thread that tells the story of why you would make an excellent attorney. So if you don't have your letters of recommendation yet, now is the time to reach out to that professor, that supervisor, that person that knows you really well. So we always recommend at least one professor or someone from the academic sphere. And then someone from your professional network, again, a supervisor, a boss, and then always have a third, maybe a second professor, or an advisor for one of the clubs that you were in, something like that. So go ahead and request those. Give 1 month lead time for them to get those letters in. Attach your resume so that they have something to work off of, just to kind of help remember you and your background. Again, we work with our clients to sharpen that resume and help them get those letters in. But if you don't have them yet, go ahead and request those so that you can have them in. Again, you don't have to have them in before applying, but go ahead and request those as you're going ahead and submitting your application.
That's right. And this last one was sparked because I have spent some significant time over the past 2 weeks on the phone with various states' board of bar examiners. This is a free awkward service that we offer here at Grad Missions. If you're worried about a character and fitness something and you don't know if that offense would preclude you from being able to sit for the bar exam, it's pretty important to figure that out before you spend 3 years of your time and money earning a JD. Let me tell you a couple of quick things about this. You cannot hide from the board of bar examiners. They will find it. If you drove your pickup truck with a trailer and didn't have it properly lit and you got a ticket and there was really quick a warrant out for your arrest and you don't disclose that to your law school, and then the Board of Bar Examiners finds it, that trailer could be the real hitch in your get along to being an attorney. So, what I'm saying is that if there's any question in your mind about whether or not you should disclose something to your law school, disclose it. If there is any question about the severity of this offense and whether or not you would actually be able to sit for the bar exam in your state, it is worth a call or an email to the Board of Bar Examiners. We know who they are. We have their numbers on speed dial. And typically, what they say is, you are fine. You would be fine to take the bar. Make sure you disclose this to your law school. Lizanne, what happens if they don't disclose it to their law school and then they go through 3 years, they're in their third year, and they're applying to take the bar exam and the bar exam finds it? What happens?
That's when something that may not have been a big deal turns into a big deal because the lack of disclosure is the biggest red flag. So disclosing it now, having that awkward conversation now, it's it needs to happen because even if you complete law school, study really well for the bar exam or start studying for the bar exam, you're not going to be able to sit because you did not disclose. So we have sat at many orientation where people flood the dean's office because they didn't disclose on their law school application. That can be fixed, but it's when you wait until you're waiting to sit because again, they are going to find it because half of the bar exam application is that character and fitness background report. And so going ahead and disclosing it, again, you're not the only one, and it's better to go ahead and disclose so that you can actually sit for the bar exam. We would hate to see that happen to anyone.
That's right. And your offense is not, you got caught with a candle in your dorm room. It's not going to preclude you from going to law school. Law schools don't care. Law schools forgive DUI. Like they forgive a multitude of things and will overlook it, especially if your character and fitness addendum speaks to the growth you've had since then. You're no longer a risk. Like law schools are willing to take a chance on you. Attorneys are famously very flawed humans, right? Like this is a thing that happens. But if you are concerned at all, I have a couple of people who have some pretty serious offenses. And so when I called and emailed the Board of Bar Examiners, and they were like, as long as the law school is willing to admit them, we would be fine. This isn't going to preclude them from sitting for the bar exam. We get that in writing. And then we take that in writing from the Board of Bar Examiners and upload it with the character and fitness addendum. It shows that you've done your due diligence. It shows that you're not trying to distract from the elephant in the room. You're owning to your mistakes and you're ready to move past them. And that is how you show growth and maturation. So not to be scary, gloom and doom here at the end of our tips and tricks. This probably won't apply to most of you. But if you're worried about if your naughty offense is going to be an issue for law school or for the bar, make an application strategy call appointment with me and we can talk through your specific situation.
And we also have a whole podcast on red flags. So you can find that and listen to more about, will this preclude me from going to law school?
Yes. All right. The confession booth is open here at the admissions office hours. We're going to hop back because we have a lot of law school personal statements that we're working through right now, a lot of med school secondaries, interview prep that we're doing. We don't have time to talk to you for 30 minutes. We've got to go. But our lights are always on in the socials, and we look forward to connecting with you again next week.
Bye, everyone.